Like I said, that's how you know it starts. Hey, so this is some real sick shit that I think needs reporting on. Hey, Dead in the Scene, welcome in. I hope you're well today. Hello. This is Drew Harwell reporting, Washington Post tech reporter. Just curious. All right. Anyways, new. Ukraine has run more than 8,600 facial recognition searches on dead or captured Russians in the 50 days since the war began. Using the scans to find the soldiers' social media profiles and send photos of their corpses to their families back home. What the actual fuck? This is full-on sicko mode. Who the fuck thought of this? I don't even know what to say about this. This is obviously psychological warfare. I think I need an emote where I do this. Yikes. Big yikes. J. Marianne, welcome in. Good morning, Sag. Could this be as proof of their death, though? I don't know what that means. All right, let's peek. All right, so I've been given confirmation. I was able to hack this. I did a hacker man's here, and this is the Washington Post article. This is what it's like living where I live. These people just think that the road is a raceway. I got a loud car. That was a loud car. I couldn't even mute it. All right. We've already read the headline. Ukrainian officials have run more than 8,600 facial recognition searches. Pretty wild. On dead or captured Russian soldiers. Dead or captured Russian soldiers in the last 50 days. In the 50 days since Moscow's invasion began, as Washington Post frames this, using the scans to identify bodies and contact hundreds of their families in what may be one of the most gruesome applications of the technology to date. What? I didn't know there was an app for that. Can you download it in the Apple App Store? Is it a free download, or does it have all those add-ons? You know, I bet it comes with. I bet it has actually ads, and you got to get rid of the ads. Otherwise, it's just free to use. It also doubles as a dating app, but we'll talk about that later. I can't believe it's probably just Facebook. But I bet it's like. I bet it's like software that interacts with Facebook. All right. Okay, so sort of a disappointing amount of information here in the Washington Post piece about this technology. I'm going to try to see if we can find more. Chat, let me know if you got anything. Okay, here's more in the thread from the guy who wrote the article. There's more in the thread than there is in the Washington Post article. Clearview AI. What is Clearview AI? They gave free access. I was right, it's free. Free access to 340 officials in 5 agencies and trained them over Zoom. They're scanning cadavers and prisoners, looters, and maybe soon Ukrainian refugees. Looters. Looters. I wonder how many of those people are like young men that didn't want to be conscripted, and they're calling them looters. And here is Drew Harwell and me as well, almost me as well, saying it breathlessly, without any breaks. Looters. Interesting. They're so enthusiastic, says the CEO, and creative with what they've been able to do. Oh, man. Creative. That is so fucking dark right there. Creative. Oof. Remember, there were videos of soldiers apologizing and crying, contacting their mothers? That's like Geneva Convention shit. I've seen claims of a video where a soldier's girlfriend was contacted and they said he was being castrated, so she should find a new boyfriend? Wow, man. War is hell. And oftentimes war makers don't give a shit about what's happening. Whether or not these stories are true, you can imagine versions of these perhaps are coming true. But again, the war makers don't care as long as they profit from it. Yeah, right. Clearview AI. Who are they? You're saying the world's largest facial network. Clearview AI is a revolutionary all-in-one facial recognition platform designed to support federal, state, and law enforcement network in their shared network. Clearview wants to be the world's largest facial network, but they've never seen Pornhub. These are the jokes. These are the jokes. Revolutionary. I hate when they misuse. I hate when they use the term revolutionary. It's like, actually, no. Actually, no. This kind of technology is going to be used very much for anti-revolution purposes by the bourgeoisie because they can afford it. Although they're getting it for free. If they get it for free, can I get it? Why are they getting it for free, but I can't? Where do I get my hands on this technology? What would I become if I had this technology? That's the question. All right. Here in the thread, Ukraine's IT army. All right, this is sus as fuck, you guys. We're down the Washington Post rabbit hole. We know that the Washington Post has had a historical relationship with the CIA. Ukraine's IT army released a video showing Clearview's search in action, alongside what appear to be some transcripts of chats with shocked Russian family members. Warning, video is very gory. I might not be able to show this. They're leaving their dead comrades on the battlefield to rot. Okay. I just previewed that. I feel a little bit different. I feel like a different person now. I feel a little bit weird. I didn't like it. I'm not allowed to show it to you, either here on the live stream or in the YouTube. There's the link. My gosh. Okay. The unconfirmed chats in the video are devastating. One recipient, shown a bloody corpse, says it's Photoshop. It can't be. Another says the body is her son's and writes, that was close. Why are you doing this? Do you want me to die? You must be enjoying this. Try not to do too much TOS here. Ukraine's used face scans to identify 582 corpses and inform their families. But some worry the psychological warfare tactic could backfire. If it were Russian soldiers doing this with Ukrainian mothers, we might say, oh my God, that's barbaric. If? We might be saying that? This is off the charts. They're saying people aren't they're claiming people aren't saying that it's barbaric. I'm saying it's barbaric. How'd you do this? How'd you do that? The West's solidarity with Ukraine, first of all, should be a big fucking red flag. If that's not a big red flag to you, you're not paying attention to history. The West's solidarity with Ukraine makes it tempting to support such a radical act designed to capitalize on family grief. But contacting soldiers' parents, she said, is classic psychological warfare. You said it in the beginning. Ross, you said it in the very beginning. You're right. You're totally right. You're always right, Ross. What's this? Oh, look at all that. Oh, no. I was trying to make more room for activities, and it got away from me. Look at that. You love to see it. Okay. They're holding weekly, daily training calls over Zoom with new police and military officials looking to gain access. Oh, fuck. You know who's getting a hold of this? I'm just going to say it. Nazis. No, not everyone in Ukraine's a fucking Nazi. But there are Nazis there. Who do Nazis historically fucking hate? Communists, leftists, Jews, anyone that doesn't fit their idea of whatever fucking weird-ass ethno-state that they're trying to achieve. This is actually very scary shit. This is really weird. Actually, we should be shitting our pants about this. You say next they'll come for the leftists. Like, what makes us think that they're not already? LOL, I'm in danger. This is off the charts. They're so enthusiastic. Their energy's really high. They say they're going to win every call. Oh my God, dude. What could go wrong when you arm Nazis? What could go wrong? I'm a little surprised. I don't know what to think about this. Okay. A representative of the Defense Ministry said it tested Clearview by scanning photos of dead soldiers' faces and were pleasantly surprised. I'm sorry. If I'm ever scanning photos of dead soldiers and I have a pleasant reaction to it, you can just put me down. You know what I mean? Put me down. I'm done. That's just for me, though. That's only for me. That's the rule. And it's only when we're playing Fortnite. Okay? They were pleasantly surprised when the tool returned links to the Russians' VK and Instagram accounts. I don't know what VK is. I'm assuming it's like, you know, some social media site. What's VK? This is off the charts. You know how we have no mechanisms to keep the arms out of the literal Nazis' hands in Ukraine when we're sending them arms, aka lethal aid is what the State Department calls it. You know how there's no mechanisms to keep them out of Nazis' hands? Well, that's what's probably happening here too. We have every reason to believe that it is until they prove to us that it's not. Do I know it's a fact? Not necessarily. But that's called epistemology. Okay. Here. They tested the technology. They found an unidentified body found in Kharkiv with his head caved in. Oh my God. And was pointed to the VK profile of a 32-year-old man who had been photographed with supporters of the Kharkiv People's Republic, a separatist group. A separatist group. Oh. That's interesting. Because, anyways. Ukrainian agencies have used the app to confirm the identities of people at military checkpoints and to check whether a Ukrainian is a possible Russian infiltrator or saboteur. I'm sure they're... Oh my God. They're... A possible Russian infiltrator? Oh my God, dude. And what happens if they suspect that they are? Oh my God, dude. He argued that the system could deter Russian soldiers from committing war crimes for fear of being identified, and said the Ukrainians are considering using the tool to verify the identities of Ukrainian refugees and their hosts as they flee for safety. To verify the identity. Oh my God, you guys. I'm truly a little stunned here. This is a new level. This just seems to be like a new level of rot in the Imperial core. Just rot. Who is this technology? Who made this technology? I'm absolutely sickening. I'm sick at what's happening here. I'm seeing the worst that could happen, and I'm fearing that that's already happening. My gosh. Now, who are the sickos responsible for this is my next question. Who made this fucking technology? I'm absolutely sickening. I'm sick. I feel sick. I mean, we're all, I mean, I'm thinking of like the worst things that could happen just based on people who would use this technology for like evil. You know what I mean? You know, Nazis, they get their hands on it. What would they do? What kinds of people do Nazis hate, right? Who do they want to see? Who would they want to deliver harm to, right? But then let's not also forget that facial recognition could lead to a misidentification. And then what happens, right? Possible consequences would be too atrocious to be tolerated, said a digital rights group. Yeah, such as mistaking civilians for soldiers. I feel like I feel like this is just sort of a lack of analysis. Like, there's a lot more shit that could go wrong just other than just misidentification. I bet, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I bet the amount of abuse of this kind of technology is not going to be, it would outweigh the amount of abuse of this technology probably being used right now, probably being abused right now, is outweighing the amount of misidentification. That is my fear. That truly is my fear. I would wager that, though. I'd wager a subby. I'd wager a subby to your favorite channel. All right. Clearview has stirred international controversy for years because of the way it gathered photos for its database. Yeah, how do they do this? How do they do this? You got to have a database. How do they do this? Harvesting massive amounts from social media companies and other internet sites without owners' consent. Company faced government investigations, ongoing lawsuits, and demands from countries to delete their citizens' data. Wow. This is much bigger of a story than I realized. Welcome in, Nasai. Love your face. Welcome in. I hope you're good. I cannot believe this. Software, think about this. During the pandemic, the software improved its ability to identify people even with masks or PPE. My gosh. My gosh. I've since turned off facial recognition on my phone. I don't want anyone to unlock my phone except me with my fucking password. So, Nasai. Yeah, so that's a little recap there, Nasai. I bet they're using it for literally anything they can think to use it for. There's no limits. It's like the Wild West. This is scary shit. This is scary fucking shit, dude. I'm losing it. This is just escalating the war, y'all. They're throwing fire on gasoline. What? I got it backwards. I totally got it backwards. They're trying to put out fire with gasoline. Can you believe this? I think they're not even trying to put out the fire. I think that's just a pretext. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. I need to know who these people are. Perfect timing, Ross. I want to know who these people are that run this fucking company. You're saying this is one of them, Ross? One of the founders? What's the company called? Clearview. Clearview. Richard Schwartz, American politician, worked with Rudy Giuliani. Brother in Christ. Brother in Christ. Okay. What's the deal? Co-founded ClickSafe, a porn filter. A porn filter approved by the Archdiocese of New York? What? The app blocks sites belonging to law scholar and Child Online Protection Act testifier Lauren Lessig. What? I don't know what's happening here. Block sites to the Center for Democracy and I don't know what's happening here. Became the editorial editor at New York Daily News in 2000s, despite not having any journalist experience. And then him and Clearview AI's Hoan Tan Tat, the Australian entrepreneur that we were reading quotes from in the last article, they met at the Manhattan Institute, a non-profit American think tank. All think tanks are bad. And then he joined Clearview AI after that. Clearview AI. Oh no. Oh shit. In January 2020, Twitter sent a cease and desist letter, requested the deletion of all collected data. As in, they've probably been crawling the website, collecting data. Clearview's association with far-right personas dating back to 2016 when the company claimed to sever ties with 2 employees. Yada, yada, yada. The company claims that its services sold only to law enforcement. You could already tell that's falling apart. A data breach in early 2020 revealed numerous commercial organizations were on Clearview's customer list. Oh, man. Wow. What could go wrong when this kind of technology, gets mixed up with the profit motive? What could go wrong? It seems Congress never asks themselves. Or maybe they don't care. Maybe they just know that it's going to be used to help them. I think that's probably more likely. Gosh darn it. What else do we have to say about this? Back in the Wikipedia, it sells access to its database to law enforcement agencies and has 3,100 active users, including the FBI. Fuck me, dude. Department of Homeland Security. Wall Street Journal. Oh, according to the Wall Street Journal. But again, the data breach revealed numerous commercial organizations. My gosh. Was fined $20 million by the Italian privacy regulator. Been required to delete all Italian records from its database. I doubt they did. All right. It appears Clearview sort of worked in the shadows until 2020 when the New York Times had a little expose titled "The Secretive Company That Might End Privacy as We Know It." A bunch of tech and civil rights orgs, over 40 of them, sent a letter to the PCLOB, the Privacy and Civil Liberties Oversight Board, and 4 congressional committees outlining concerns with facial recognition and Clearview, asking the PCLOB, the PCLOB, to suspend the use of facial recognition. Expose also identified Juan Tantat and Richard Schwartz as the company's founders with investors, including Peter Thiel. Oh, man. Including Peter Thiel. What else do we need to know? This is disturbing because we know how cops are in the United States and elsewhere as well, but they're really, really bad here. Law enforcement officers have stated that Clearview's facial recognition is far superior in identifying perpetrators from any angle than previously used technology. Cops love it. These are people that like arm cops with more technology. This is not a good thing. Twitter sent a cease and desist after discovering Clearview was scraping images, insisting they remove it. It was against Twitter policies. Oh, they broke Twitter's policies. What, are you going to ban them? Facebook said they're reviewing the situation. Venmo stated it's against their policies. So they're scraping information and photos and stuff from all of these websites for facial recognition. Dear God. I cannot believe this. So now you got cops across the country able to use this technology and pretty much find out who anybody is, I guess. If they've posted this information, if it's gone public or whatever. If they posted it on one of their platforms, as in they'd be able to find me out if they plugged me into their little system. My gosh. They have 10 billion scraped images. They have 10 billion scraped images, allegedly. I bet there's a lot more than that. I have a feeling there are a lot more than that. Oh, no. And their source code repositories were exposed because they had a misconfigured user security setting. So what does that mean? That means other people could have gotten their hands on this information too? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I'm losing my mind here. We are just playing with fire here. I'm losing it. I need a nap or something. Remember the protests of 2020? I think Seattle was especially bad, right? In December, ACLU sent a letter to Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkin. She looks like a real Durkin. Asking her to ban the Seattle Police Department from using Clearview AI. Letter cited public records retrieved by a local blogger showed one officer signing up and repeatedly logging into the service, as well as corresponding with a company rep. This is very scary shit. Some of the worst people in our country are cops. Okay? That is absolutely a fact. Can't wait to see your comments on this, YouTube. Okay. I don't know what else to say about this. I feel like I'm a little overwhelmed. I just, what do you do? Like, what do we do with this information now? What do we do with this information now? We, like, send a message to your representative or something? Like, what the fuck, man? What do we do with this information? I feel like this happens every time. I just learn about something new, and I just get more doomer-pilled. And I don't see a way out. I don't see how this ends. You got Ed Markey Senator Ed Markey saying widespread use of the technology could facilitate dangerous behavior and could effectively destroy individuals' ability to go about their daily lives anonymously. That is like that's the tip of the iceberg, Markey. Like, people are going to use this for evil, man. I don't know what to say about this. I'm really overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed. Speaking strictly about the exposed code, the source code could just be a set of applications and services around a machine learning implementation. The thing that makes facial detection work effectively is training the algorithm against a large data set. Okay. It's interesting. I'm just not loving this. Uh-oh. Oh, wow. Clearview states their technology is not meant for public consumption. And it's meant for law enforcement usage. But their marketing material encouraged users to run wild with their use, suggesting searching for families and friends as well as celebrities. Clearview indicated they're targeting private security firms and marketed to casinos. Private security firms. You mean Pinkertons? Oh, fuck. Right? If you're not scared already of Nazis having it, if you're not scared already of Nazis having this technology in Ukraine, then maybe think about Pinkertons having it anywhere in the world. Authoritarian regimes, including the UAE, Qatar. Okay, I think I've had enough internet for one day. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe this video if you're watching on YouTube. Comment below. Hit the bell. Make sure you're notified of future videos that I produce here and put up on YouTube and other places. You can hang out with me just about each day where I make live content on twitch.com/iDanSimpson. Thank you so much. Love your face. Bye. I'm making content.